Students, today's topic is creep of rails. Okay, so what is meant by creep? Creep is defined as the longitudinal movement of the rail with respect to the sleepers. It is the longitudinal movement of the rail. Actually, these rails have a tendency to gradually move in the direction of dominant traffic. Usually, this rail has a tendency to move in the direction which is having highest traffic density. Okay, so that longitudinal movement of the rail is known as creep, and this creep is common to all railway track, and its magnitude varies from place to place depending upon the density of traffic. And the rail may move by several centimeters in a month at few places, and this creep may be several centimeters at some places, while at other locations the movement may be negligible. Okay, like that the creep of rails varies from place to place based on that condition. Okay, so creep means the longitudinal movement of the rail. Okay, this is one of the effect of creep, that is due to the longitudinal movement of the rail it get damaged. Then what are the causes of creep? So this phenomenon creep is explained by using percussion theory and wave theory, etc. And based on this, I have prepared these causes of creep. So first one, wave motion. It is based on wave theory. And wave motion means the train wheels cause a slight depression on the table of the rail due to their own weight. Okay, due to its heavy weight, the train will cause a slight depression on the table of rail. That is this is the wave theory of creep, that is due to the heavy weight it will cause a depression on the rail, on the table of or on the surface of the rail. Okay, and when the train move, the depression under this train will also move, and wave motion is set up in the track. Okay, so due to the heavy weight there will be slight depression on the surface of the rail, and when train moves the depression will also move. So a wave motion is created on the railway track, and this wave motion will cause the rail to move in the direction of traffic, and which results in creep. Due to this wave motion, there will be creation of creep, that is the rail will also move along this depression. Okay, that is actually rail is not moving, only wheels are moving, but due to this wave motion, or due to this creation of depression, the rail has a tendency to move along with the traffic. Okay, and this will create creep. Okay, that is first cause. And the second one, starting and stopping operations. That is when a train starts or accelerate, when it is getting accelerated, there will be a backward thrust of its wheel, and this will tend to push the rail in backward direction. Okay, that is when the train get accelerated, there is a backward, this is the direction of movement of the train. Okay, so when the train is get accelerated, there is a backward thrust, and it will pull it will pull the rail in backward direction. So here it is the direction of creep, the rail is moving in the backward direction, since there is a sudden acceleration in the forward direction. There is a due to this acceleration of the train, there is a backward thrust of the wheel, and it will tend to push the rail in backward direction. Okay, that is one case. Similarly, when the train slows down or comes to a halt, the effect of the applied brakes tends to push the rail forward. That is when we are applying brake in this situation, that is when brakes are applied, then the wheels of the vehicle, this is the direction of the motion, direction of train movement, and when brakes are applied, then the wheels of the vehicles push the rail in forward direction, and hence the creep is also in forward direction. Okay, so this is the case when the train is accelerated. When train is accelerated, there is a push in the backward direction, so rail has a tendency to travel in the backward direction, so this is the direction of creep. And this is the case when we are applying brake. Okay, when a brake is applied, then the wheels of the vehicle push the rail in forward direction. and the creep is in the forward direction. So this is the two situations which showing the direction of creep, that is when there is starting and stopping operations. Okay. So this is a second cause of creep. Then third one, changes in temperature. Creep can also develop due to variations in temperature, and it will result expansion and contraction of rail. Due to temperature variation, there will be expansion and contraction of rail, and creep occurs frequently during hot weather conditions. So this is another reason for creep. This is the wave action figure showing wave action. This is due to acceleration of the train, and this is the creep due to braking, due to the application of brake. Then another cause is unbalanced traffic. So there will be double line section and single line section, single line track. Okay. So in double line track, the train moves only in one direction. That is, each track is unidirectional. Okay. So creep develops in the direction of traffic. So where there is traffic movement is high, creep will develop in that direction. Okay. But in the case of single line section, even though traffic moves in both directions, the volume of traffic in each direction is varying. So creep will develop in the direction of predominant traffic. That is, by summarizing this unbalanced traffic, it is clear that in the direction of heavier traffic there will be development of creep. Okay. Then last reason is poor maintenance of track. Some minor factors mostly relating to poor maintenance of the track also contribute the development of creep, and these minor causes are improper securing of rails to sleepers, and limited quantities of ballast, which results in inadequate ballast resistance to the movement of sleepers, and improper expansion gaps. There will be expansion gaps between the rails, so if it is improper, it may lead to the development of creep. Then badly maintained rail joints. If the rail joints are badly maintained, there will be development of creeps. Then rail seat wear in metal sleeper track. When the rail seat wears in metal sleeper track. Then rails too light for traffic carried on them. If it is too light, it may lead to movement of the longitudinal movement of the rails, and which leads to creep. Then yielding formations, that results in uneven cross levels. Yielding formations will also create creep. Then other miscellaneous factors like a lack of drainage, then loose packing, uneven spacing of sleepers, etc. So these are minor causes of development of creep. Okay. Then what are the effects of creep? We have discussed the causes of creep. Next is the effects of creep. Due to the phenomenon which is created due to improper maintenance of track, or starting and braking operation, or temperature variation, there are so many side effects. First one, sleepers out of square. That is, the sleeper move out of the position. Sleeper will move out of the position as a result of creep, and it will become out of square, and this affects the gauge and alignment of the track, and it finally results in unpleasant rides. The movement of the train will be unpleasant. There may be jerking like phenomenon. Okay. So first one, sleepers will be out of square. Then second one, expansion in gaps get disturbed. That is, due to creep, the expansion gaps widen at some places and close at another place. This results in the joints getting damaged. So due to this improper development of expansion gaps, the joints will get damaged, and undue stresses are created in the fish plates and bolts, and which affects the smooth working of the switch expansion joints in the case of long welded rails. So these all will affect the joints, rail joints. So there will be fish plates and bolts. Then expansion joints, the failure of expansion joints will create unpleasant movement of the train. Okay. Then third effect, distortion of points and crossings. Due to excessive creep, it becomes difficult to maintain the correct gauge and alignment of the rails at points and crossings, so at junctions. Okay. So this is one of the effect. It will affect the rail junctions. Next one, difficulty in changing rails. So if due to operational reasons, it is required that the rail to be changed. In maintenance works also, we have to change some of the rails. So it will become difficult as the new rail is found to be either too short or too long because of creep. Due to creep, there will be a change in the length. So the new rail will be sometimes it may be short or sometimes it may be long due to the creeping phenomenon. Okay. The next effect on interlocking. The interlocking mechanism of the points and crossings get disturbed by creep. So in points and crossing there is interlocking mechanism that we will discuss in the coming module. So that will be disturbed by this creep. Okay. Then possible buckling of track. If the creep is excessive and there is negligence in the maintenance of the track, if we are neglected to maintain the track, there will be possibility of buckling of the track. And is buckling means so this is the buckling of track. Buckling means the track has gone out of its original position or alignment due to prevention or expansion of rails in hot weather on account of temperature. This usually occurs due to temperature variation. That is, buckling means the track has gone out of its original position or alignment. Okay. So possible buckling of the track will occur due to this creep. Then other effects, there are some miscellaneous effects of creep such as breaking of bolts and kinks in alignment, which occurs in various situations. That is kinks I will show in here. So this is kinks in rail. This is kinks, that is breakage. There is a breakage when the ends of the adjoining rails move slightly out of position. Shoulders or kinks are formed. This is known as kinks. So these are the effects of creep. So these are about creeps in rail. Okay. So creep means it is the longitudinal movement of the rail, and its causes and effects are discussed. So thank you.